Hello and welcome to another stream. We're gonna be playing some amulets and some Valakuts today. So this is after the not so optimal list that I played the other day. I've been thinking about some changes, thinking about things that other people have been doing, and trying to figure out what the best configuration for this kind of shell might be. So there are a couple of things that I am actually interested in doing. Hey Scroats, how you doing? I know it's for science, but I know, yeah, it does look as awful as it does look pretty awful. But anyway, a couple of things that I wanted to point out and that I wanted to stress is with all these three drops, and also considering the very heavy aggro metagame that we find in Magic Online specifically, I think that right now Arboreal Gracer might simply be better than Scout. If we start to see a shift in the metagame where everybody is starting to, uh, instead um, instead of doing the whole what am I trying to say here? Yeah, so instead of doing the scout thing, our brother Gracer, because of all our ETB tap lands, it's going to guarantee a turn 2/3 drop way more reliably than scout is, and the turn 2/3 drop is going to ramp us into prime time. So there's kind of like a 1-3-6 kind of deal that we have going on here, which is what I'm trying to maximize, and that's why I'm choosing to play Gracer over Scout. And again, like the omnipresence of Mono Red and Burn in the current modern metagame, it's also definitely a very big factor in making me play this card over Scout. If everything starts to stabilize a little bit more, then I might go back to I will for sure go back to Scout. Like it's not even a might. I would much rather be playing Scout than Gracer, but yeah, we're going to try it again. Well, we're actually not a red deck. As you can see here, I am, in fact, I probably shouldn't even be playing Fire Spout. I wanted to give it a try just like for once, but this is like the shakiest card in my sideboard, and I'm pretty sure that this should be maybe another Beast Within, maybe an Obstinate Baloth, or maybe even like a Negate or something like that, some piece of counter magic. So I'm not so hot on the Fire Spout because I'm not trying to be a red deck. You're gonna see that I'm actually splitting my. In fact, let's actually make this change real quick right here. I was thinking of humans, but I actually don't think that we want to go there honestly. So we're gonna make just like that quick change. But yeah, so I definitely want to maximize on castles. I think that castle is actually very important for this kind of list. Then we have all 8 bounce lands. You're gonna see that I'm playing the split. I'm not going all in on Girl Turf. So you're on Valakut and Dryad as well now. Yeah, I'm trying that out. I'm still not sure that it's whether it's very good or not. Honestly, it's like it does feel a little bit shaky. Like it's only good. Like I was playing a league with Blue White for fun earlier today, and I played against the straight up like blue green Titan deck, not the amulet version, but the straight up Titan deck. And this was only good because my opponent drew 3 of them. If they had only drawn one of this, I would have won very easily. And if they had drawn none, obviously even easier. But like the fact that they drew 3 dryads and 2 titans was like a little bit too much to overpower. But yeah, yeah, for Valakut was just 100% wrong. I can very confidently say that you like if you're playing for Valakut, you're doing it very very wrong. Um, why not Handwear instead of Stronghold? Because I think Handwear is a strictly worse land. It also denies your combo. It basically not only denies, it just like destroys your combo potential. Um, and it's like it makes Sunhome so much worse. The biggest powerful thing that Stronghold has is the fact that it gives vigilance, right? Which allows you to play offense and defense with prime time at the same time, which the Handwear battlements, whatever, just doesn't do it. And good evening, Cloud Scrapers. I hope this is also wrong because I don't want to buy new cards again. I mean, this is like the only new card, really, right? Like Valakuts have I mean, I guess that, but Valakuts are cheap, right? Aren't they like very cheap? I don't know. I got my place at Valakuts like years ago, so I don't know. Maybe they're expensive, but I think they're pretty cheap. But yeah, anyway, um, so what I wanted to cover mostly was the fact that I really think that four castles is the way to go. So if you look at the list, the only card that I changed was basically a Valagut for a Field of the Dead. So like the downside of like the switch that we're doing is like we're changing a colorless land for ADTV tap land, so like we're not losing as much. In the other day, we were like cutting castles, we were cutting breeding pools, like it was all over the place. We were cutting actually good lands in order to make room for Valakuts, and I think that that was very it was just wrong. So right now we're still cutting a good land, but in terms of like our mana, it's not significantly worse, which is nice. Valakut is 14 euros. Jeez. Wow, that's way more expensive than I expected. But but yeah, so we're gonna give this a shot. This is very much inspired by the list that Edgar posted the other day. He was playing scouts over gracers, but I'm willing to give gracers another shot because of like the reasons that I explained earlier. And the sideboard is a little bit all over the place. We have like a bunch of one-off lands in order to complement the lands that we have in the main deck. Then a couple of Beast Withins, obviously mostly for Ashiok, Raminap, Tracker, Reclamation Sage, a couple of these members and negates and whatnot. The negate, obviously, since it was the last edition that I did, clearly it's the main flex slot, right? So I'm clearly not excited about negate specifically, but so let me edit this real quick. So in this sideboard, we're gonna do -1 fire spout and do 1 negate instead. Alright, so Cardboard Life should be good, and now Stream Decker. Negate 1, add, and we're gonna cut the fire spout. Alright, sweet. Ugh. Drawing 2 for basics really sucks here. The hand is fine though, so I guess I kind of have to keep. We have Once Upon, we have Pact, we have Amulet. And we actually do have a nice amount of lands. Like we're basically missing 1 bounce land slash castle. So discard spell. I think I just let this resolve. Like if they take the Once Upon a Time, that means I get to resolve my Amulet. So was this? Oh yeah, I did a video with Nikachu for those of you that aren't aware, which is pretty cool. We talked about the recent changes to Modern, what this means, and why I think that Amulet is right now the best deck in the format. Ooh. This is actually a close one. To Dryad or to Castle? I actually think that I'm gonna take Symbiote Chamber here because it gives me the option of both transmuting if my opponent has another discard spell, or cast a Titan on turn 5 if my opponent doesn't do anything. Maybe they're on Jund or something. But if they're on Shadow, then I might need to speed things up, and that's why I didn't want to take the Dryad, because if they're on Shadow, then it's very likely that they have another discard spell. So if they have another Inquisition, I want to make sure that it whiffs. Yeah, it is the Nipple Dryad, yeah. Alright, so that's a Goif. So we still don't know. They could still very easily be on Shadow. So let's do this. Valakut isn't particularly good against Ashiok, is it? It is if you naturally drew it. Right? Alright, so my opponent's on John. They're not on. So this is Scoos? Oh yeah, we can beat this. We can certainly beat this. I was expecting a Liliana there. So yeah, I'm actually going to transmute for a pact here, because if my opponent doesn't do anything, I can Titan them next turn, or if they play like a Lily or something, I can just Titan them. So this seems worth doing. Alternatively, I could have transmuted for explosives, but this obviously has the higher upside for obvious reasons. When mobile can't properly access Stream Decker, that's weird. That shouldn't be a thing. Yep, so there we go. There's the Liliana. We don't really care about Lily, because my opponent's going to get Titaned next turn. So we take 5. Oh, poggers. Well, now my opponent's not only getting Titan, but they're also getting dead. Holy that! Wow, Diva, you were not following me. Wow, wow, that is brutal. Well, thank you for the follow, Diva. That was betrayal. In fact, how are you? Not only you were not following, but you're also not emoting my channel. How is that not a thing? There we go. Just fix that. Sorry about that. Alright, opponent concedes. Is this the canister list? No, I actually did not like canisters list. Alright, actually I think that Valakut must be pretty bad in this matchup, right? Am I crazy? Am I crazy to think that I just don't want to be Valakuting and I want to be fielding instead? XYZ Principe, thank you for the follow. All modern is Titans now? Yeah, nice. Name a matchup where it's good. That's fair, I guess. Well, Gracer seems pretty bad. We can shave one of these. We can shave one of these. Not more. I definitely want to cut some lands. Probably Cavern of Souls. My opponent did show me Raging Ravine, so that's taken care of. I want all my castles. We can shave one bounce land because of Damping Sphere / Fulminator. I gotta just want to cut all the Gracers here, honestly. Yeah, I don't like Gracer there. And one cut. We kind of have to bring in the Beast Withins because of Ashiok, which kind of sucks. Because this is the kind of matchup where Beast Within's downside actually it's pretty real. So, yeah. Perfectly fine hand. We're going to keep it 100% of the time. If my opponent has a discard spell for my Asusa, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. But, or I guess if they have Fulminator, we might also be in a lot of trouble. But if either of those things doesn't happen, then we have kind of like a not so hand over here. Another, so like probably one of the best things I can draw here is, well, Amulet would be decent, but honestly more than an Amulet I want to find an untapped land. Because if I find an untapped land, it means that I can, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna play the castle. Is this Amulet Titanship? What are you doing? No, this is just like Amulet with one Valakut in my mana base. I know it is as bad as it sounds. Okay, my opponent fortunately has Damping Sphere in their deck, so they're hooking me up with some time here, and again trying to draw an untapped source here. I guess I sequenced my lands poorly because I was expecting to play a Simic on turn 2. And now I'm getting severely punished. Okay. This is all still fine. Play out the Barrymore. Okay. Discarding Blood Raid because Damping Sphere makes it terrible. That's really funny. I think I'm gonna spend this turn to play a Susa. We're gonna play this, bounce, bog my opponent, and then play Gruul Turf, bouncing fountain. I want to keep the untapped lands in hand. So if I untap here, I can play explosives for 2 and have enough mana to crack it. Please don't have a discard spell. God damn it. In fact, honestly, if I'm my opponent here, I just take the explosives. According to this review, John shouldn't be on Damping Sphere. Yeah, I don't think that it's very good. Wow, Dr. Jack, that's cute. Yeah, that is certainly correct for my opponent. Opponent sacrifice a creature. That's actually not correct. I don't think. Damping Sphere, OP. The 3 mana go with a classic. Alright, so take 4 here down to 15. So we don't have a Bailoff in our deck, but next turn we should be able to Titan. So I think I'm pitching the Summoners back to the Lily. Yeah. So we're gonna take 8 this turn, which is a fair amount. Not a problematic amount just yet. Assassin's Trophy. Actually, they can't cast it. That's hilarious. Right. So down to 6. If yeah, that was a mistake because this would I should be at 4 because my opponent messed it up there. All right, so that's nice. So I don't have to go squatter myself, which means I can get double field here, which is cool. And this is why I was saying that like Damping Sphere is actually not good coming out of Jund, right? Like, what did Damping Sphere allow my opponent to do? Like, I don't know what they took out of the deck to keep the Damping Sphere, to put the Damping Sphere in there, but I don't know. It doesn't look particularly good right now. Ashiok could be a problem, maybe. So, if I swing everything at the Ashiok, opponent blocks here, blocks here, blocks here, Ashiok takes 4. Really like the video made with Nikitree. Oh, thank you, Chris Cosifos. Yeah. So I think I'm just gonna swing everything at Ashiok. If my opponent wants to kill the Titan, that means that Ashiok's gonna die, and I can resolve a second Titan. Yeah. Yeah, my opponent by using Damping Sphere, they managed to, make their blood rates worse and then just get got. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's just like, what did this card do? It just slowed my opponent down and made them discard a card. Ashiok from Jund, good. Because they discard all your answers and they pressure you and everything. Damping Sphere from Jund, not so good. Also, like, the sweet spot for engineered explosives against Jund is 2 precisely. So... Lol, never mind, bye. Yeah. Opponents like, yeah, I have better things to do with my time, and I agree. I agree that they had better things to do. They knew about the second Titan. It was this list looks so sweet. It is definitely much better than the list that I played the other day. It feels much better because it's not so intrusive. Basically, really want to fit Nissa Battle Force in my list because I have the sexy SDCC version. Is there any world this is actually good? I'll know it doesn't pair with Once Upon a Time or Castle for that matter. It doesn't pair with anything. Did we just get against it? I think we just got paired against the same opponent. I'm sorry, OP. Yep, we just got paired against the same opponent. So knowing they are on John, I think I'd rather play the Amulet here over the Gracer. In fact, thanks to Gracer, we're going to be able to, if I hold it in hand, we're going to be able to turn 3 Titan thanks to this Castillo. So I guess, well, I guess it doesn't matter, right? Yeah, I think I just play the Gracer here and play this bounce land, bouncing the forest, and I can Titan next turn. And if my opponent Inquisitions me, then we can laugh really hard. This is better than Valakut. There's actually one Valakut in the main deck as well. There's Suchi. Oh, yeah, my opponent's. We're done here. This game's over. But my opponent got so much value from their Renan 6. Do you see that, chat? I mean, the good thing is that I'm not gonna be able to haste here. So my opponent has that going on for them. On the other side, they're facing a 6/6, so I don't know how good that is for them. Funny enough, we wouldn't have been able to haste, which is hilarious. But my opponent doesn't know that, so. All right, ramming up tracker, field, fountain, explosives. We shave this. We shave this. We cut gracers. We cut cavern. Cut rot farm. One amulet, and what's the last card that I cut? My opponent did show me Ashiok, so I think I actually only brought in 2 dismembers. Yeah, that's fine. I can't believe I might like this modern now. Yeah, John this deck now, which is funny. I want to say. I mean, I guess John being reasonable is actually great for the format, honestly. So there's people who base 2000 there for the John that they probably play no matter what. Yeah, that's fair. No, but I mean, John being playable, it's definitely great for modern. Ooh. Okay. So we're gonna lead on Field of the Dead because we're honestly just playing that no matter what. I just had discard spells. Yeah, I always like John. Damping Sphere. My opponent insists on Damping Sphere. Now I'm gonna Once Upon because I can find the colored. You see that? You see that, chat? You see how we do it? Actually, I'm gonna play Foothills here. So we're gonna play Foothills. We're end step, gonna fetch for Breeding Pool. Then we Dryad. So my opponent saw that their plan didn't work at all, and then they went ahead and they went with the exact same plan. That is, I think that's the definition of insanity. Is that what they are? Is that what it is? poor opponent. I feel bad for them. We just got paired back to back, and I just like just 2-0 them twice. I'm sorry, OP. Fight, go down. Does that happen often? Yes. So the only way that it happens is when you either you or your opponent are on their like last match of the league, and like one of them is like they have very even records, right? So right now I was 1-0 and my opponent would have been 0-0. So it's not like such a disparity in terms of the records, and we are, however, you know, you cannot get paired in the same league unless your opponent is um it's like on a new league or something. You cannot both get paired back to back on the same league. Probably needs a hug. Yeah, this is a hand that I'm gonna sheep. I didn't think that hand was particularly good, but this one is great. So we're gonna bottom the explosives. Then we're gonna see what my opponent is up to, and based on that, okay, Temple Garden. So this probably means that my life total is not gonna be very relevant, unless they are exactly on spirits, which they could be. But yeah, Noble Hierarch deck definitely means that I wish I had. I had my explosives right about now. So let's see what we can once upon for. All right, here we're gonna need to like take a little time to think. I think the Azusa is the better one. So we play Amulet on 1, and then we Gracer. That's 3 after 4 mana. Yeah, Azusa is just better. So Azusa basically means turn 3 Titan. On the draw against the Noble Hierarch deck, it might be good enough. Again, if they are on Spirits or something like that, maybe we are fine. But if they are on the Voided Druid or the Heliod deck or something like that, then we're probably screwed. Oh, is this? This might actually be yeah, the Eldrazi deck. All right, yeah, this hand is incredible against the green white Eldrazi deck, or like Bant Eldrazi maybe. All right, that's a temple, but that's not a thought, not Stoneforge. Okay, so it is the green white Eldrazi deck. The good thing is I cannot get sworded this turn. Opponent correctly goes and gets the Sword of Feast and Famine. Good line OP. I think here, yeah. So this is gonna give me guaranteed Titan mana next turn, even if my opponent has Path to Exile. So that seems like a good deal for me. So we're just gonna resolve the Azusa now, and even if my opponent has a TKS next turn, we're still in a very good spot. You are young, Diva. You are young. Always know that. Bant Eldrazi with Damping Sphere and yeah, but Bant Eldrazi. Blue Sun 28, thank you for the follow. But Bant Eldrazi actually clocks you, right? Like they have Reality Smashers, they have 4/4s, they have Sword of Feast and Famine. So like Damping Sphere is actually a much better. Bant Eldrazi is a much better Damping Sphere deck than Jund is. I mean, we just saw like game 2 of that first match against Jund, right? Like my opponent went turn 2 or 3, I don't remember, a Damping Sphere, like it was like, like a haymaker, and I'm like, sure, just like make land drops, cast my Titan, you die, you know? It's not the same. Could be that mono green alert for the Stronglands Eldrazi Temple deck from the other day. That would be great. That was such a good deck. So I would imagine that here my opponent is going to smash my reality. And then next turn they're gonna Stoneforge and they're gonna suit up the Reality Smasher. So I have to make sure that I set up lethal 2 turns from now. So we are down to 6. We're down to 12, sorry. That guy's gonna attack me for 8 next turn. If I forest now. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. So I can go wide with Sombos. Actually. Should we dry it here, is what I'm thinking. I can kill Smasher? Is that correct? So we prime time here. We haste prime time. We packed for. Hell yeah. So we can clear this Masher and probably even the Stoneforge Mystic here. Pew pew time. Oh yeah. Time to get pew pewed, opponent. So. Also, this is actually kind of a neat interaction. The fact that I can just do this and I don't even need to take a counter of the gemstone. That's just good deck building, you know? So I have one. Wait. I guess I don't have any more lands. Okay, so I guess I'm only gonna get. Oh no, this is fine. Yeah, we're fine here. We're fine. We're fine. So we do this. We bounce T West. So we prime time. We get Valakut plus Stronghold. That's gonna give me 2 triggers. Thanks to Dryad, we have mana fixing here. So ping there, ping there. Note that Smasher doesn't say abilities. So this gets Pasupiso, red, and white. So Smasher dies, always yes, always yield. Combat. Opponent concedes. Lands with 10 abilities. Lands with 10 abilities. That was pretty hot. Alright, so I feel like I kind of want literally every single freaking land in this matchup. I don't want. I don't want Ramming Up. There we go. Pact can come out. We can shape one Pact. Bog doesn't do anything. Cavern doesn't do anything. Ghost Quarter doesn't really achieve anything either. In fact, I think I'm probably just gonna cut the Tectonic Edge as well. You can start losing now, so I don't have to buy Dryads and Valakuts. Yeah, actually, like the Dryads are pretty expensive still, which feels bad, man. Shave a couple of Gracers. You're on the last monster. I know, Magus. Like people have started streaming Modern again with the bannings and stuff, but I was doing it before it was cool. So let's put it that way. We have the command that we're playing it. Mundrius, like the fact that I say that something is not very good, it doesn't mean that I'm not gonna test it, right? I have tested so many things that were not good. At this point, that's kind of a staple of the stream, right? The stream stuff that's not very good. I've streamed many terrible things. You were doing it before the format was fun. Maybe that's a way to put it. And now everybody thinks that they're so cool because they're streaming modern. I'm like, yeah, I was streaming modern when it only didn't get many viewers, you know. So I think I can still call myself the last modern streamer. I should call myself the last hardcore modern streamer. There we go. I feel like I want to cut a land. I don't know which land to cut. Probably this because of Damping Sphere. That might not be correct. What does this mean? Hasta luego, Caimán. That means bye bye, Cayman. I have no idea what Cayman is supposed to mean in that context, but that's what it means. Like Cayman is like a crocodile. Do we keep this? I don't really like this hand. Yeah, let's ship it. This one I like so much better. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. I guess I just ship the pact here. I do need all my lands. Exactly, Magus. That's what I'm saying. I was streaming with and against Oko, you know? playing against Oko every single freaking round. Even Mind Sensor. I want to ask my opponent what the future looks like, because clearly they own a time machine and they came from the past. I mean, but with the meta being like, I don't want to say heavy, but like with so many Titan decks in the metagame, I guess Mind Sensor, it's almost a remotely reasonable card to be playing in your deck. Almost a remotely playable. Oh no! Opponent passes up with 3 mana. What could it be? Oh no, what could it be? It could be anything. Could also play Mill with main deck Ashiok. You can play anything. Yeah, I know. Crazy. Wow, never saw it coming. Alright, let's naturally draw that Valakut, and let's draw one more land. That would be hype. My sensor is receiving heavy play in most white X creature decks. Yeah, as I just stated, it makes sense. The way that the metagame's shaping up, with Amulet being amongst the top contenders, it does make a lot of sense. With 50% less in the day, we're likely to find 2 in the top 4 anyway. Yeah, that's not crazy, but it definitely limits our options, right? And now our packs are not very good and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna play the Sanctuary here. Gives me more mana to work with next turn, which I might need. Yeah, Ashok is obviously much worse. I mean, this card lets you search in the top 4. Ashok doesn't let you search at all. So, in fact, I still remember a match in the Pro Tour that Justin Cohen got second at, where he was facing a Mind Sensor, and he actually was able to search in the top 4 with a Titan, and he found the nuts, like exactly what he needed. It was pretty great. It was pretty great. Good times. Damping Sphere too. My opponent's all about that hate, you know? Because you know I'm all about that hate. About that hate. So I guess we can choose to tap it for colorless, or we can choose to tap it for any colored mana. It's pretty hot. See? It's gonna tap for colorless here. Wait, doesn't it tap for colorless? I think I just broke Moto. Wait, what? There we go. Oh, Moto. Moto was really struggling to process the green-white mana for... Okay, now we got it. Moto's learning. Good job, Moto. Good job. Um, honestly, I think that the correct line here... We're at 15. My opponent's gonna swing... So they're probably not gonna be able to double spell with a Path to Exile unless they draw a land. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Even if they draw a land, they can't path next turn. So I don't think that it's worth attacking here. And I think it's worth holding the Simigroth Chamber in hand. Because if I do find the Valakut in the top 5, then we can start bouncing and replaying this. Hey Scott, how's it going? keep Twin Band. They're very likely to just keep Twin Band. I guess my opponent just tapped all of their mana, but they never tapped the colorless, so colorless, there we go. There we go. So they were willingly just paying life in order to they're just like, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. The opposite of my Jund opponent. My Jund opponent just didn't want to get in there, but oh yeah. 100% taking this double block here. Manamox, thank you for the follow. Alright. Boom, boom. Boggers! So, get out of here. Yes. Actually, I want to play the second Dryad here. You see, chat? This is why you hold the Valakut in hand. Always yes, always yield. Bounce. Get out of here. While you hold the Semi-Ghost Chamber in hand. Chat, do you remember when I could have played the Semi-Ghost Chamber and I chose not to? Do you remember, chat? Because I for sure remember. You do remember? Good. Good. Membering's good. Pew pew pew! Pew pew pew! Pew pew pew! But they have Damping Sphere! I think we might... We're just 3 for 3 in beating Damping Sphere this league, right? My 3 opponents brought Damping Sphere against me. My 3 opponents died with Damping Sphere in play. You have to admit that that's actually pretty hot. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? You know what 7 mana casts? Yep. 7 mana casts Concession. Shoot 12 to face? No, we can shoot more than 12. Because we were gonna get Valakut plus Vesuva copying my Valakut in play, so we actually had lethal there. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Fussy69 did fight more than the Jund guy. Yep, I respect Fussy. Fussy was playing, was playing hard. I mean the turn before. Oh yeah. How many Valakuts are we playing? 1 in the main deck, 1 in the sideboard. Satyr is broken. It's not a I mean, I thought you were talking about a different card. This is not a Satyr. It's a Dryad, and it's a Nymph, and it's from a Grove. But it's not a Satyr. In fact, the bottom is a Poet. So, we get all the options. Do I really need to order these Dryads and Valakuts? I'm still not sold. That was pretty sick, though. Instead of killing the creature, was there a thought to just set up lethal? I was setting up lethal the following turn, so as long as I'm not dying, I'm gonna be winning. So this is a turn 4 Titan on the play. We can do better than this. This is already a mulligan thanks to the Pact. And we did better than that. You see, chat? Yeah, so we're gonna bottom the Bojuka Bog. We're gonna try to find a Gracer. We failed. Brutal. Never lucky. Investing dry in stocks now. I mean, it's a rare from a from. Oh, you gotta be kidding me that I. Oh, okay. So this is Sadnos. All right, that's fine. I'm like, I literally just got paired against Dredge when I bought on the Bojuki Bog, but no, we're fine. We're fine. So I really like my first hand actually against Adnos. That sucks. Wait, we dry us into the CDLX new list, aka the stock. Yeah. To be fair, the list that Dilks played was the one that Will and I came up with. So, just saying. Just saying. I can never beat this direct playing Dredge. Yep, that doesn't surprise me. I think that Amulet has a very good Dredge matchup. I'm playing my ETB tap land because this puts an untap land in my hand, which is exactly what I want. We might not be able to Titan here anyway, which sucks, but there's not much that we can do about it. And with Lotus Bloom coming off suspend, we're kinda dead. I'd be trophy leader if this deck didn't exist. Oh, but it does. Oh, but it does. Yeah, so we can't Titan here. We can play more sexy Dryads, though. We can only play the one? Can we play another one? We actually can play another one. Just play all the Dryads. Yes. Taking infinite damage from Breeding Pools. Doesn't matter. Yes. More sexy boys. Boys be so sexy. We can haste the Titan next turn, which is nice. If we survive, we can haste Titan. We truly are in Modern Fast. Yeah, but I think that Ad Nauseam is actually reasonable now. Now that everybody is not packing like a million pieces of counter magic. Oh, we're going for the. Oh, look at that! Yeah. You see that, chat? Whoo! Spoils for a card not in my deck, then play Thassa's Oracle. That's pretty sweet. Alright, Beast Withens, Sage, Cavern, and that's kind of about it. Explosives a little bit slow, but Ball can come out. Field of the Dead can also come out. I'd rather keep untapped lands. In fact, do I have any tap land that I want to switch for an untapped land? No, we're good. What did they name? They named let me see. Abandon Reason. I think I want to name. Abandon Reason is good. Oko Thifos Crowns was the correct name. God damn it, Oko. Ruined us forever. I think I'm gonna go with something like this. Like this. This guy's not gonna cut it. Brutal. Brutal. Well, we got there, chat. We got there. Blankton HS, thank you for the follow. Is the deck growing on you, or are we still performing science? I'm kind of still performing science, but things are starting to make a little bit more sense. Let's put it that way. Let's put it that way. Boy, do I wish this were an Azusa, though. Even an Explorer would be better than this guy right here. Because Explorer would at least draw me closer to the cards that I want to see. Oh, that's hot. Alright, give me an Azusa, baby. No, please give me an Azusa. Castle doesn't even help me. Ah, that's brutal. Cavern does. Yeah, I guess the Cavern's the correct pick here. So we're gonna do Nymph. And then we're gonna play Turf. Bouncing Cavern. Next turn we can Titan. Alright, we're going places. We're going somewhere. So if my opponent doesn't kill me in the next 2 turns, we might be looking a bit better. First Azusa for Dryad seems like too much redundancy to me. Do you think one Azusa for Dryad version is better? It has Explores. I don't like just having one Azusa, because now your Amulet deck becomes so much worse. If you're only playing a single Azusa, then you're basically never going to naturally draw it, which means that you're basically never going to turn 3 Titan. Gonna name Giant here. Boom, boom. Tapping Cavern for red to send a message. So we can 12 my opponent here. We do have Toya Wests in hand, so I'm just gonna get Garrison's Sunhome. That's what deals the most amount of damage. I guess that thanks to the Dryad, it could have been anything, but still. Tectonic Edge can maybe blow up a land next turn, which would be decent, I guess. And I can transmute for a Pact of Negation. They have the turn again. I needed one more turn. How many Thassa's Oracle is my opponent's playing? They're literally playing... Oh, okay, they're playing 2. 3. Oh, okay, so they're playing like a super Thassa's Oracle heavy version of Nauseam. I guess I should have definitely looked at this before I... Yeah. Alright. We got. We got Adnos. Took the first one for health reasons, yeah, hoping to get back soon. Yeah, how you been feeling, Diva? You went through some surgery and stuff, right? Are you recovering all right? Adnos seems like a bad boy now. I mean, Adnos is always like on the verge of playability, except when it's pretty bad. I still remember that one time. Ew, failed surgery. That sounds horrendous. Yeah, I don't think we can keep this. This is significantly better, except yeah, I guess we just bottom the Valakut here. We're looking for a green bounce land. Oh, we're in the draw. Cool. Uh-oh. Oh, cool. Once upon a time. Really? We whiffed on literally everything. I guess I take the Dryad here. We still need to find a green. If we manage to find a green bounce land exactly this turn, we actually might have a shot. But if we whiff again, then we're probably just done. If my opponent has a reasonable Tron hand. Do you like it more than the classic? I'm not sure yet. Do you name a card that has more ego, or wait for it to be resolved into? You have to. It needs to resolve for you to name a card. Tron still exists. I mean, to be fair, Tron always exists. So, yeah, that was a big whiff. If they're only playing a Wormcoil here, we might have a shot. But if they play a Karn, I don't think we can win anymore. Okay, that's a Worm Call. We can beat that. What we cannot beat is one of the real threats. All right, literally any land off the top is gonna be good. Literally any land off the top is gonna be good. We can now play Crumble to Dust in the board. Yeah, I know. no, we're not. Ah, god damn it. So it's either reset gemstone or bounce and replay. I guess that I'm gonna get the fountain here because if my opponent attempts to race me with these worms for whatever reason, then I know it's just gonna be better. But I'm not gonna be able to haste, unfortunately. So we're gonna go down to 10. And my opponent needs another haymaker here. They do have another haymaker. Alright, we can pack it in now. Negate, we like. Beast Within, we like. Ramming Up, we like. Tech Edge, Field, we like. We don't like this guy. I guess Rex Sage is kind of medium. I really doubt my opponent's playing Baby Karn, so I'm not gonna play Rex Sage. Radiant Fountain can come out. Pact of Negation's good. I think that one Valakut is okay. Or do I want to shave the Valakut thing? I kind of want to have access. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna cut the Grazers because I kind of want to have access to more Dryad style effects, mostly because of ramming up. Flush on the chin. Yeah, it'll happen. Sometimes your Tron opponent will have the Karn and will Karn you. That's fine. That's why they're playing the deck. Okay, I'm gonna keep this. This is not a coward stream. This is not a coward stream. You see? No room for cowards here. Alright, give me another bounce land now, Gracer. I guess top of the deck, not Gracer, but top of the deck, give me another bounce. Oh yeah, I'm totally gonna I'm so gonna be within your land. Missing a land here. Can we please have a land? Can we please draw a land off the top? Attacking with Gracer, obviously, because it's the strictly correct line. Ugh, that's brutal. Oh, never mind. We just won the game. For a second there, I'm like, we're one off or whatever. Like I want to hold up my mana this turn. I'm like, nope, we actually win because we're playing a card named Ghost Quarter. The classic fetch and response. Very powerful move. The classic irrelevant fetch and response. Guess we're doing draw step now. Oh, I didn't attack a Gracer, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. I messed that one up. Alright, so we pay for Pact. We're holding up Negate / Beast Within, depending on what my opponent does. Feels good. Feels good. Easy flexing those Tron players. I mean, that's what I'm here for, right? What am I here for if it's not flexing on Tron players? Come on, chat. Okay. So my opponent cannot do anything of relevance next turn, which is good for me. So we basically missed the draw step, but that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice Tron land. It would suck if it were to be turned into a beast. Oko your Tron land. On Saturday, my opponent attacked me with Gracer, and I said, "Oh, okay, I gotta go to 20 and wrote it down." He then went, "No, no, it's a 0-2." I responded to, "Oh, okay, cross my 20 and rewrote it." 20. Nice. That's good value right there. That's funny. What do we got here? Chromatic Star. I have to give it to this Tron opponent. They're still fighting the fight somehow, for whatever reason. Like, well, what are we doing here, OP? I guess I could have attacked it. I could have transmuted for a Titan there. That was a mistake. I mean, it's like it just doesn't matter. It legit doesn't matter at all. Yeah. All right, last game of the league. What do we got? On the draw, I guess we're gonna do this. To like speed ourselves up a little bit. Hey Aaron, how's it going? Has Beast Within been performing well enough to keep 2 on the board? Yeah, Beast Within has been pretty reasonable. And it's just the best. It's just the best answer to Ashiok that we have available in your corners. Opponent with the 61 card special. That's good value. I mean, I just have to keep this hand. I never draw a bounce land. I just die with a million cards in my hand. But I have to. Like, the potential for this hand is so damn high. All right, come on. Come on. Give me that green source, baby. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Gracer instead of Scout? Yeah, it's not great. It's not great, sir. Oh, man. You people in chat are really in for a treat whenever you join this channel, huh? Where do you find such high quality puns? OP with the natural return to Tron, a classic. An absolute classic. I mean, I'm blowing something up here. And that something's probably going to be... They didn't search for anything. They just had the Natty Tron. So I guess the one in the middle. I'm gonna crack O-Stone in response? Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. just crack your O-Stone. Gonna place that Lish I ship you. And subbing 4 Pams. I mean, it's real high quality puns, to be fair. It's very disappointing that I have simply not been able to find a better pun than Primeval Tetons. I am honestly just like deeply disappointed at myself for not being able to find a better pun than that. All right, Azusa, 1, 2, 3, go. I think we beat anything that's not Karn. Is that correct? I think anything that's not Karn we can beat. Warping Whale resolves. Yes. So we're gonna do Semi-Gross Chamber Ghost Quarter. Play my lands, and I guess draw step. I destroy the power plant, so I'm gonna go destroy another power plant here. If they want to use their turn on their upkeep to blow up Oblivion Stone, that's good for me. Guess they're gonna use their mana now. No, okay. Okay, so I blow this up now. I blow this up now, and they can't crack O-Stone. Got him! Got him! Next level plays. The Jedi mind games are at play here, you know what I'm saying? Jedi mind tricks, baby. The Jedi mind tricks. Opponent's totally gonna have another one though, right? Yeah, they totally have Silus crying again. I have to say, listening to you playing against Tron, one of my favorite things. Thank you so much, Common Sense. Thank you so much. Alright. They got there. So now we tighten and tech etch them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So this is 6. So we can take edge and hold up negate. This is so hot. This is so hot. Why do you like tech edge? Why do you bring tech edge against Tron? It doesn't seem too good. Tech edge seems very bad. We destroyed 2 plants, right? Now we destroyed 3 plants. Blast Zone? You're gonna take it up to 6? That's gonna be hype. Wanna attack opponent? Because I'll block. This negate in my hand has your number, opponent. This negate in my hand has your number. So I guess we attack first. See what happens. 4 mana. Okay, what can happen here? 4 mana. Okay. Field of the Dead, Tulare West. Got him! I would have given Pioneer last night by getting the Blast One up to 5. That's funny. But I thought this one gets there. No, it was not gonna get there. Why Excavator and GQ and give your opponent basics when you can just, like, not give them basics? You feel me? You feel me? Alright, that was a sweet league. That was a sweet league. We only lost to Odd Nos. And yeah, with this list, the Ad Nauseam matchup is definitely not something I'm prepared against. I'm glad I picked up my Dryas and Valakuts last night. The Dryad Science is going reasonably well. We just 4-1 this league. And I'm looking at the list and trying to see if there's anything that I want to change. I actually kind of like this concept. Like, all the previous lists that I had seen are very, like, heavily on the whole, like, Dryad Valakut interaction, and I don't think there's any reason for that to be the case. I think that you can still be a pretty good Amulet deck while just having access to this new angle of attack, which it did come up against Green White Eldrazi. That's where it came up. Is that right? I know it came up in one of the matchups. I think it was actually the it was the Green White Eldrazi one. Yeah. When are you gonna be playing some Black Unicorn? Ha! I actually the Crewfix with a Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold, the Crewfix. Thank you so much for your support and for sharing your Twitch Prime love in this channel. Minus Layers, minus Sunhome, minus Garrison, minus 4 Gracer. That sounds horrendous, Aaron. I'm not doing that. I'm 100% not doing that. Why would you want to become a strictly worst amulet deck? At that point, I think you're just, like, much better off playing the Titan Field deck with Dryads, because that's what you're doing, right? Like, at that point, your amulets just don't have value, right? So, like, what you're doing of taking out Slayers and Sunhome is, like, intrinsically opposed to wanting to play Scouts and wanted to play, like, that kind of stuff. That was the least Edgar played this weekend. Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense. Like, if you're, let's say that you're cutting like discards, right? And you're playing, like, the battlements and stuff. Like, what are you even playing Amulet for at this point? Like, what? Why do you even care about having Amulet in play? It just doesn't achieve anything. So yeah, at that point, I've seen, actually, if we go over the lists from the Modern Showcase, let me size this properly. There we go. So if we go over the lists for the Modern Showcase, which I was checking out a little bit earlier, first of all, shout out to Pound and Wine, freaking master. He's playing the Pound and Wine special with Steerings and Explore, and obviously Crumbling Vestige. A Pound and Wine staple, Crumbling Vestige, Colony Garden, and Cavern of Souls, and 2 Field of Deaths. I have no idea how he manages to fit all these cards in here. But yep, no castles at all. Very interesting. Anyway, so what I wanted to cover is here. So we have Uro, and we have, like, the Blue-Green Titan deck with just Dryad and just 2 Valakuts, right? So something like this makes way more sense, because, like, you just don't care about Amulet. So instead of having Amulet, might as well just have 4 Explorers and maybe this guy and, like, Steve, which ramps you without needing you to have lands in hand. And then there's actually more. Let me find them. Yeah, so this is Thiago Saporito. He actually took second in, like, when the Blue-Green Titan deck kind of showed up, and he's actually playing a very similar list, except that we're playing Scape Shift and only 2 Valakuts 32 lands. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, so this is like a Scape Shift, a hybrid between Scape Shift and the Primetime Field decks, which I thought was a super cool angle to cover. Then there's this one. There's a ton of these lists. Again, same principle, just like a couple of Dryads and like straight up blue green. Otherwise, we just have a couple of Valakuts. So there's like you see a million different ways of building this. With the one of Azusa, this one was kind of sweet. Riley DK in top 16 as well. The one of Azusa to like packed for value. So this one it's kind of an amulet list instead, but we're still where is it? Oh, never mind. Yeah, I don't like this list. I thought that this was similar to the other one. No, I don't actually like this. This is similar to what Canister was doing. This is what Canister was trying to do, and he was trying to like fit more Valakuts in the main deck and like not have the double strike land. But now your Titans are so much worse, and this is what I was explaining earlier. It's just like you're making your by playing only one Azusa and by playing no Sunhome slash Stronghold, you're making your amulet so much worse, right? The only thing that you can really do when you resolve a Titan now is, I guess, to like chain Titans. And you're going to be able to resolve Titans on turn 3 much less often as well. Or you're going to need more lands. Because Dryad is just so much worse than Azusa at doing the amulet thing. Can you get the link for the Discord? Yes, Crewfix. Discord. There you go. You still get to use amulet, but you can certainly end the game sooner on turn 3 with a single amulet and Titan. Yeah, so it's just like it does do something, but it's so much worse than when you do have access to those lands. Am I crazy in thinking that Valakut doesn't really do all that much in the amulet shell? Seems like people are just summoning it because of the sexy nymph. It's possible that we're just getting lured by the nymph, and that's why I'm very skeptical about this thing. But we did have exactly one game earlier today on this first league where the nymph Balakut combo actually came up, and it was really good. It allowed me to basically machine gun every single one of my opponent's creatures against the Eldrazi deck and just like easily win from there. Do amulet or do Valakut with shift? Doing both seems to load both plans. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, even if you get like redundant amulets are really bad in this list, right? Because like you can't get a second Titan, and you just cannot set up lethal either, right? So if you have a double amulet draw, you're not really achieving anything. You're still only attacking with one Titan. There you go, Ghost Reaper. I'm an idiot. I don't think you're an idiot. Common sense. It's just common sense. You were going to say something about Black Green Card. Oh yeah. So for those of you that don't know Black Green Card, let me actually close the YouTube video first. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you for watching so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys because we're definitely playing another league right after this. So check it out in the link down below, and I will see you there. Bye.